Welcome. You're about to take a journey into Gregor Mortis's little world of horror. And here's your host, Gregor Mortis.
Hey guys and gals, Gregor Mortis back with my wife, the Twisted Temptress Pearl, and we're fixing to go to the cinema again. Again. And this is 2025's Hell of a Summer from Billy Bright and Wolford. We know from Stranger Things. So we're going to see. This thing came out in 2023 or was in the festivals, and it took 2 years to come out. So we'll see what's going on with it. But it's supposed to be a comedy horror about some camp counselors and some deaths, a masked killer. So let's see what's going to happen. We're going to go in and check it out. We'll see you in a minute. Peace. Hey guys and gals, Gregor Mortis back with Pearl, and we just got through watching Hell of a Summer in the theater. And this was from Neon. Neon released this. And it was directed by Billy Bright and Finn Wolford. And Finn Wolford you'll know from Stranger Things and Stephen King's It, the newer version, and some other stuff. I wasn't familiar with Billy Bright, but he's done some stuff. But they wrote and directed this film. Now, this film was released back in 2023 in a film festival. Took a couple years for it to get released. So, you know, it kind of fished out there. Is there a reason behind that? Could be. So let's get into it. So basic setup of it, you got this Camp Pineway, which is just think of it just like any other camp in any other horror movie, right? There's nothing different. But the camp counselors are getting together. It's a couple days before the kids are supposed to get there. I'll do this in a spoiler-free fashion, but I'll let you know, no kids ever show up. This takes place within the first 2 days of them getting together. Counselors are getting picked off one by a masked killer, and that is kind of the setup. There's one main character in this movie that's funny. His name's Jason, and Jason's played by Fred Hetchinger, and man, I love Jason. Or Fred's real name, but Jason in the movie. He's super fun. He's the comedic act of this movie, and there is a lot of comedy in this movie. It almost plays like a spoof. So it's one of those movies I feel it pokes fun sometimes, but it's definitely a slasher movie. So we get that. Okay, so we do have a slasher movie going. We got a masked killer who, the one thing that really hurts this movie is all the kills minus one are off camera. So it's off camera kills, almost feels PG-ish for me. So I felt like, you know, it's one of those things where you see some blood splatter on the wall, or you might see the effect of a kill, but then you flash back and you see the person dead. I think that kind of hurt it a little bit. I was really looking for something. But Finn is in the movie as well, plays a character named Chris, and Billy Bright plays the character of Bobby. And then there's just a large cast. There's a lot of counselors in this movie, and I think it works. I think that they play well off each other. It's done, once again, in a goofy kind of way. The comedy act, sometimes it doesn't play as a serious horror movie. So if you're going in looking for that dead serious movie, this is not the one for you. But it plays pretty well. I think the killer itself is a surprise. I didn't see it. I kept telling Pearl throughout the movie there was one person that I expected to be the killer throughout the whole movie, and it ended up not being that person. So it kind of, you know, took me by surprise a little bit. So with that said, I give him an A+ for that. So I'm going to say I had fun with it, but is this a great movie? It's not, I'll be honest. So for me, you know, I'm kind of in between a 6.5 to a 7. It's a slasher movie, much like the 80s craze. So I'm going to bump it to a 7 just because that it's shot well. I think the cinematography is just really good. There's got some really cool musical moments in it, and the soundtrack has a couple cool older songs that really fits. So I think as a directorial debut for Billy Bright, I think it's actually pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's one of those that you got to go see in the theater. You could wait to stream this thing. I will probably buy this movie just because I buy a lot of slasher movies and I buy movies, but I don't think it's going to be one that I'm going to go back and watch multiple times. I definitely want to see it again, but is this going to be a movie that'll make my top 5 at the end of the year? No. But it's a decent watch. What do you think, Pearl? Fun?
Yeah. It's fun. I think it's a good gateway for a young audience.
Yep.
You know, no nudity, no, like you said, frontal kill. So it's a safe movie to take your kids to.
Definitely a safe movie. You could definitely take a younger audience to this. There is a little bit of harsh language, but nothing more than they hear in high school or in middle school. So it's not like it's out of the way language. Okay. So, and zero nudity. little blood on screen. So yeah,
I give it a 6.5.
6.5 for you. So like I said, I was in that 6.5, 7. I did bump it to a 7. But it is Hell of a Summer from Billy Brike and Finn Wolford. I love Finn Wolford, man. I'm a big fan of his. So, I'm going to give you the tennis clap or the golf clap. I'm going to say, wait to stream it. Or if you're like me and you're an enthusiast for the cinema, go to the cinema and support horror movies. But we'll see what happens with the next one. So with that said, we do have our horror movie podcast, which is Land of the Creeps. You can go to landofthecreeps.blogspot.com and check us out over there, as well as, of course, the YouTube channel. If you're new to it, thank you. I hope you give us a thumbs up, and please hit that subscribe button. I would love for it. We got lots of more reviews going to be coming up, man, and we're going to continue going to the cinema. May not always be horror, but we're always going to come and give you our honest review for it, so I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, this is Greg Mortis and the Twisted Temptress Pearl herself signing out, saying peace. Help keep horror alive, one movie at a time, one review at a time. Bye-bye.